Okay, so basically in this test, I'm gonna test the audio using the Rode Videomicro, and basically it's set at 0 decibels at the moment. And this is just to test the camera's preamp, basically. So depending on the decibel level that you have the microphone set on the camera, you may or may not hear that kind of buzzing or hissing sound produced by the preamp on the camera. This is at 0, and I'm gonna start from minus 30 decibels. And I'm going to go back all the way to 0 decibels in increments of 6. Alright, so this is test number 1. So I have the audio level at minus 30 decibels. Alright, so this is test number 1. So I have the audio level at minus 30 decibels. We're now at minus 24 decibels, so comparing to the minus 30. We're now at minus 24 decibels, so comparing to the minus 30. Okay, so now we're at minus 18 decibels, so I'm going in increments of 6. Okay, so now we're at minus 18 decibels, so I'm going in increments of 6. This is at minus 12 decibels, so went up another 6. This is at minus 12 decibels, so went up another 6. Okay, so now we're at minus 6, so went up another 6 decibels. Okay, so now we're at minus 6, so went up another 6 decibels. Now we're at 0 decibels, so this would be the default level basically on the camera. So another audio test, so we're at 0 decibels, so this is the default level, and I'm using the Rode Videomicro microphone mounted on the camera. The only setting I have on the camera right now is the mic level limiter. Okay, so basically this is a kind of a vlog style type of setup. So I have the camera set up at arm's length, and I have the Videomicro mounted on top of the camera. So this is just to give you an idea if you're using this in this kind of setup where you have the mic close at this kind of a distance from your face when you're speaking. So basically I'm speaking in a normal tone at the moment, in a quiet room. I have the decibel level at 0 on the camera. I'm actually curious to see if we hear anything, any kind of buzzing or hissing from the preamp on the camera. So I'm actually going to repeat this, and I'm going to lower the decibel level on the camera, and then I'm going to boost the sound, so in order to avoid the preamp noise. So we are now at minus 15 decibels in the same kind of setup. I have the camera set up at arm's length, and I'm going to check the audio to see if there's any difference, basically, in order to avoid that preamp noise I was mentioning before. So we're at minus 15 decibels. I can go as low as minus 30 decibels, so I'm going to do a test with that. Okay, so this is the third test. Basically, I have the decibel level now at minus 30, so we're going to compare this to the previous one at minus 15 and the original one at 0.